Hey everybody, welcome to Patience and Strategies. My name is Tony Campbell, and we're talking about nomad living, stock trading, and investing on the road. So I've got a situation where I've got a storage locker or storage shed, and it's a 10 by 10, and it's a small, it's a room, the area of a small bedroom. So a 10 by 10 by 10 area, and it's completely full. Well, when I went with life storage, they were changing over to extra space, and I didn't know that. That wasn't disclosed to me, and me and that manager at Life Storage didn't talk about that. And then all of a sudden, they wanted to jack my insurance up and jack my rates up about $80 a month. Okay, I'm paying 118 right now. They want to knock me up basically to $200 a month, and I'm not paying that. So I got angry and I threatened the clerk, just out of emotion, because that was something I just wasn't expecting. And things got pretty heated from there. So now they want me out. So so it's one of those things where things don't go your way, but instead of getting extra mad about it or think about getting even, I don't do that. If the situation doesn't work for me, I'll just remove myself from it. And it's no different than living in a house with high rent. Everybody is sick and tired of rent, always paying rent. Anything with the rent behind it, people just get completely super sensitive about it. And why shouldn't they? When you do this, when you go out on the road, you live like a nomad. And basically, I don't eat any hot meals because I don't have a stove. So you guys have seen what I have. It's just a basic setup. But for me, I have a cooler and it's full of sandwiches. I make about 12 sandwiches, maybe twice a week, and that's what I have. Sometimes those 12 sandwiches will last me 5 days, sometimes 6 days. Um, and I buy a few things of chips, so I spend roughly about $50 a week, so about $200 a month in food. And if I go out to a restaurant, I won't even eat the food. I'm just going there to watch some TV, hang out, and I'll just drink beer, right? So about a $25 bill with the beer, because beers now are $6, $7.50, $8. Everything is just super high. So I'm looking to cut my bills down. So I called my brother, who lives about 70 miles away from me, and looks like I'm going to borrow his trailer and load up my stuff in my storage unit, and I'm going to put it in his storage shed that he's got that he's not really using. So this will save me about $200 a month that I can put into my stock trading and my stock investing. I want you guys to pay attention because I'm going to do a video on my investments here in a little bit, and I want you guys to see it. Stock market is very, very easy when you're investing. I mean, you have to understand that the stock market is all about support and resistance. It's not one over the other. It's not, the short squeeze stocks. And there's a lot of different traders when it comes to trading the market. Okay, now being an investor and being a trader are two very different things, and you have to understand that as well. Investors are in it for the long haul, so they're in it for the dividends or dividend growth. So there's a lot of different companies out there that pay 15-20% dividends, which are great. So I mean, with these, and we're talking about, let me back up here. When we talk about dividend stocks and we talk about investing, when you put your money into dividend stocks and that's all you're really trying to gain is the dividends, because it doesn't matter whether the stock price goes down or up. People buy those stocks because they want the luxury of having a 15, 20, 25% dividend payout annually. Okay, so when you have a 401k and you've got your money in 401k and it goes through a hedge fund, and this hedge fund is getting you 8-10%, most people are happy about that because they don't understand that this hedge fund made 1,000, 2,000% on their money, and they do. That is no lie. They make they make a couple $1,000% on your money. This is the reason that these insurance companies and these brokerages can afford these multi-million-dollar vacations and payouts and bonuses. And most of them, I guess you could say they work for it. I mean, they're giving you 8 to 10%, so you're not losing money. You're gaining money on your 401k and whatever. Most 401ks will go down at a certain point because they didn't sell when they should have. So a lot of different hedge funds work a little bit differently than many others. And from what I understand, that Ray Dalio probably has one of the best hedge funds on the planet. He's getting 30 to 35% for his customers, right? So that's exceptional. 30-35%. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, except for if you were trading your own stocks and you understood how to trade the market, you could easily pull in 1,500, 2,000% a year, year over year, which is fucking crazy. I mean, that's like 2,000 to 20,000, right? That's 1,000%. And if you go to 40,000, starting with 2,000, that's 2,000%. So the money is serious. And I talk about this all the time with people playing video games and being distracted and having all these things that were created to keep our attention in that phone, because the government wants to raise a bunch of dummies. They're trying to create a working force to go into the future. And then you have to question why the government is doing this if they're creating AI, and AI is replacing our jobs, right? So nobody sees this. And the kids growing up right now, the Gen Zs and the younger crowd, I don't even know what's in front of the Gen Zs now, but with the current people that we have, the Gen Zs, they're hitting 20 years old now, 25 years old, and they grew up in this, so this is normal to them. It's nothing different. The problem most of us will have is sooner or later, we're talking about universal basic income, because you got more people than you do jobs, because automated production lines and autonomous driving, autonomous trucks. It's just, the world is advancing at such a click, and it's probably the dumbest thing humans have ever done is create something smarter than humans, and that's what we've done. So I don't know why I even got on this track about AI. I would like people to wake up and see what's happening, and if you're going to, storm the White House, if you're going to protest, do it for a worthy cause. And I think a worthy cause is stopping AI, because AI, we don't need it. We don't need it. And we're allowing it to come into our homes, into our iPhones, into everything we buy, everything we do is controlled by AI now. So I don't think it makes us safer. I think it makes us more vulnerable, because as AI becomes more integrated, becomes more popular, I think our rights will start to disappear one at a time, which is already happening. So, but back to the stock market, okay? I'm going to show my investments later, and I want you guys to pay attention. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on there about support and resistance and what stock I actually trade, because I only trade one stock. I don't trade multiple stocks. And the only thing I trade is gold. Gold is very consistent. And again, I know most of you are laughing, but when I can buy a gold share at $5 a share and it goes up to $8, $9, that's an 70 to 80% return. Now the thing is, when this stock sells off and it goes down, the other one is going to go up. So when I'm talking about gold stocks, I'm talking about ETFs, exchange traded funds, equity traded funds. So these are twins. So when one goes down, one goes up. So if I'm talking about JDST, which is the bull side of the gold miners, when it goes down, JNUG which is the bull side of the gold miners, it goes up. So the way I step this is I have trend lines drawn, okay? It's easy to find your trend lines once you've been doing it long enough, but it's not easy right off. You have to be able to identify island reversals, dojis, reversal candles. When these things happen, and then you start getting close to your resistance line, and then you bounce, now you've got your reversal candle. That's what you're looking for. And you got Greystone dojis. I mean, there's a lot of different style of candles out there, and once you're able to read them, which is like the Roman numerals, you're in a class all by yourself too, because nobody knows how to read candles. It's crazy. Most traders know what they mean, but they don't know what they are. They don't know how to identify them. And I'm not going to go through that either. I mean, it's too much for you guys to understand. But if you guys understand your MACD, if you understand your DMA, your RSI, those three indicators compiled with trend lines, follow the trend is your friend. Once you're able to identify the trend in between two trend lines, you're in the money. You are so in the money, and you're going to make a lot of money. So that's something I'm going to show you guys later. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing and support what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to do something a little bit different. I see everybody doing nomad channels, living on the road. Big deal. It's easy. Everybody can do that. But nobody seems to know how to trade or invest. So, and I work for myself. So when I trade or invest, I don't lose money. And I'm not, trying to tell you guys that you guys should invest. There's some people that shouldn't invest. Some people shouldn't own dogs and cats. You're just not with it up here enough to put your money forward. But I will say that anybody can do paper trading. And once you're able to get it down, once you're able to paper trade, like if you follow my channel and you guys like this, we can do more channels like it, more videos. But I would say I would buy JNUG here and then watch it, and I'll give a price target, the upper boundary of the trend line. We could fall short of that. Maybe we don't hit the trend line. But the last 4 cycles, we have hit top to bottom inside the trend line. And that's the thing you have to be able to recognize if you're a short-term swing trader like me. So I don't invest, I trade. I'm a short-term swing trader. I like to get in, get my money after about a month, sometimes 6 weeks, and then cash out. And when I do that, I'm cashing out with 50, 60, 70% profits. Right now I'm on JDST with about $12,000. So the payout on this one will be somewhere, I should pull in somewhere around $7,000 to $9,000 on this trade by the time it's complete. So if you guys like to make that kind of money, I could be at 21,000 on one trade. And when it's time to sell, I'll buy JUNG. See how? But that's, again, something I'll go ahead and post to you guys, and you guys can check it out and leave your comments in the comment section. All right, I'm trying to figure out this YouTube channel as I go. So support and subscribe, and I'll bring you more videos. All right, later.